What's up, Giants fans, Hub watchers, YouTube subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers? It's Kush back at it again, this time with a Super Bowl thoughts, reaction, rant, discussion, whatever you want to call it, video. Double upload for today, partly because I won't be able to go live tonight, and I mean, like, it's also a Super Bowl video. Like, the Super Bowl happened yesterday. I wasn't live for the Super Bowl. I was in the Discord though. We were watching it together. We had a small little watch party there. Anybody was welcome to join. We had a couple guys in there in the general voice channel. You know what I'm saying? This is why you join the Discord. We hang out like that every now and then. And so really only those guys know my thoughts. But majority of the channel, like 99% of y'all, do not. So this is kind of the purpose of that video. And I guess I'm just going to hop right into it. I don't really have any structure or way or form that I'm going to go about it. I'm just going to say what comes to mind first, and we'll see where it goes, right? So the first thing that comes to mind, were the Chiefs robbed? My answer, no. They were not. Now, they definitely got a lot of calls. The Bucs 100% got a lot of calls that went their way in the first half. And if you just go into my Twitter, shameless plug, y'all better follow me on Twitter, and you watch my Twitter feed as the game was going on, I was 100% on the side of the Chiefs. I was 100% on the side that, oh my god, the Bucs are getting way too many calls right now. This makes no type of sense. We're literally blatantly seeing, you know, a game being rigged. That was my thoughts, and I still hold that for the first half. The two pass interference calls made no sense, especially the second one that was not a catchable pass. The holding call made no sense. So when I really think about it, the Bucs got probably 3 heinous calls that should not have happened, which at this point I normalize with Tom Brady, right? And people always ask me why I hate Tom Brady. You could respect the dude and still not like who he is. If you can't respect Tom Brady as a football fan, he now has 7 rings. That's more than any other franchise in history. I don't know what to tell you. You have to respect it. I don't like him. And I don't like him because he's like a known cheater. He's known to get help from the refs. And I do think that happened in the first half. But guess what? Were the Chiefs cheated out of Super Bowl? Nah, because the Chiefs as a team played trash, absolute basura. They were like dumpster fire, dog shit trash the entire Super Bowl. The Chiefs as an entire team were just outplayed. Shout out to that Bucs defense, right? That's how you shut down a prolific offense. As Giants fans, we should know. We did it twice. We did it with the best offense in NFL history in the 2007 Patriots. The 18-0 Patriots. How did we shut them down? We got pressure. And let me tell you that Shaq Barrett, JPP, Vita Vea, and them boys, the entire defensive line of the Chiefs, were on Patrick Mahomes the entire night, bro. Every single time he dropped back to pass, these guys were already in his face. It made no type of sense. And I am aware that the Chiefs were missing their 2 starting tackles. I get that. They've been missing starting, offensive linemen on their line for the entire year, actually. So they have adjusted, and I mean, this is a game of adjustments. I'm not going to make an excuse for you in the Super Bowl if it's a problem you've been dealing with leading up to the Super Bowl, right? And you overcome it. Overcome it again. Is it hard? Yes. Is it impossible? No. Eli Manning did it. And I'll tell you right now, every time Tom Brady wins another Super Bowl, I'm not particularly happy about it. But as a Giants fan and as an Eli Manning fan, I just say to myself, this makes his case for the Hall of Fame stronger. Because it still makes no sense to me that there are people that legitimately believe he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer, right? Like, people completely, this about to turn into an Eli Manning rant video. People forget that this man is top 10 in every quarterback statistic you could think of. Passing yards, top 10. Passing touchdowns, top 10. Completion percentage, top 10. Eli has the resume of a Hall of Fame quarterback without his Super Bowl rings. Then you add in the Super Bowl rings. 2 of them. You add in the Super Bowl MVPs. He's still, to this day, he's like 1 of 4 or 1 of 5 quarterbacks that have multiple rings and multiple MVPs. You know what I'm saying? It's like him, it's Tom Brady, and to be honest with you, that's all that comes to mind right now, but I think there's 2 or 3 more quarterbacks. He's in an elite class. You know what I'm saying? And he beat the guy right now that has more rings than any other franchise in NFL history twice. And he beat him when Brady was in his prime. You know what I'm saying? Did he had the help of a good defense? Yes, especially in 2007. And he had the help of a good pass rush. Not a good defense, but a good pass rush in 11. where Eli did 90% of the work for that Giants team in 11, bro. The whole reason I even went on this rant was because can you overcome a bad offensive line? Yes. Eli overcame the worst offensive line in the NFL in 2011. All right, throughout the regular season and in the playoffs, especially the playoffs, man. Anybody who needs to see Eli overcome a bad offensive line, yeah, you could watch the Super Bowl and watch him, get pressured the entire game. But watch the NFC Championship game, the 49ers game, which to this day is my favorite NFL game in the entire history of the NFL. Giants versus 49ers, NFC Championship 2011. That man died like 7 times on the field with the amount of times he got sacked, bro. The infamous timeout picture where his shoulder pad is hanging out, his helmet is lopsided, he looks dead. It's because he was dead, but he overcame it. You know what I'm saying? Put some respect on Eli's name, man. I don't even know how I got into the whole rant about him. But getting back to the Super Bowl, that goes back to me saying why I'm not giving the Chiefs any type of grief. I'm not giving them excuses. Did calls not go their way? Absolutely. But guess what? As a team, they failed. Their defense was atrocious. Their defense couldn't hold down the Bucs for anything, especially the Bucs rushing game. And the defense completely forgot about a guy named Rob Gronkowski who caught 2 touchdowns on them. Albeit they probably said Gronk is old now, so we don't have to pay attention to him. Mistake made. You need to pay attention to everybody on the field. Whatever the case was, their defense was terrible the entire game. And their offense, which was one of the best in the NFL, was absolute trash. You put up 9 points in a Super Bowl? Like, are you serious? And like I said, that's how you stop elite offenses, with a pass rush. That's what the Bucs did. Tom Brady, he did his thing on the offensive side of the ball, which was literally just complete the ball to where it needs to go and be a good quarterback. But he had incredible help from that Bucs defense. Kind of like Eli had good help from the Giants defense. So, you know what I'm saying? You need a good defense to win, and the Bucs absolutely smothered Patrick Mahomes, who looked trash. I'm gonna keep it real with you, right? He had the bad O-line. I already talked about why that's something you could overcome. But I will say, his receivers were looking at Evan Ingram tape before the Super Bowl began because they could not catch a ball to save their life, man. They looked at Evan Ingram. They said, look at Ingram, man. So inspirational. It dropped balls everywhere, bro. It was like watching puberty on the field. It made no sense. The Chiefs, and then the play calling from Jump Street, and the guys that were in the Discord watching with me, it was like mid-second quarter, and I'm telling myself, and I said it out loud, I'm like, I don't like these play calls that Andy Reid is making right now. They don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? They're not trying to get the run game going. Did the Bucs defense stop the run game? Yes, but it feels like they gave up on it, at certain points in the game where they probably should have kept it going. Like, I don't like the play calling from the Chiefs side. Man, the team as a whole just played terribly. And you know what I'm saying? And now this is 2 Super Bowls in a row where Mahomes didn't look great. And I've also been pretty consistent on this. I've always said that the Super Bowl 54 MVP should have been Damian Williams, who at the time was the Chiefs running back, who in my opinion was the reason that they won that game. Damian Williams had an amazing game in Super Bowl 54. He definitely should have gotten it. Mahomes, once again, did not look that good. You know what I'm saying? Did not look that good. A result of his offensive line not being able to protect him, or a result of his receivers letting him down 100%. 100%. He, given the guy that he is, he should have been able to overcome at least one of those. But whatever it is, it was just a game where the Buccaneers outplayed the Chiefs. The Buccaneers were the better team, and the Buccaneers were dominant in their win. Like, that's what it comes down to. The better team won. They absolutely dominated the Chiefs. With or without those calls, I think, given the way that the Bucs played, with or without those calls, man, they probably would have won anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I guess those are my thoughts on the Super Bowl. My little rant on it. Let me know what you guys think. Put your thoughts down below. I'm sure everybody has a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, subscribe. And I'm out, man.